All right, it's a board game show, right? And what does that mean,
Mhm.
Jay? We got to play a game.
We don't talk about board games.
We got to play a game.
I need to get a piece of paper.
All right, so Steve's going to get a piece of paper. We're going to play something that we call the ENVIE Game. Berla, you feel comfortable with teaching Jay the rules to the ENVIE Game?
Oh, the ENVIE game?
Yeah.
This are kind
I
of
thought you were saying, did you know?
Did you say
we don't need a paper.
ennui?
ENVIE.
ENVIE.
Oh, I thought it was like that French term ennui, where we just all like are all gothy teenagers, and we all just kind of like just overcome with malaise.
Think of an idea for an ennui game. That would be kind of neat. Where we
game,
try to bore each other with game titles. Okay. Now we're going to play the ENVIE game. I will let Steve explain the rules, Jay, since you've never played before.
So what we're going to do with this is going to play a kind of a 20 questions-y kind of game. And you're going to think of a game that you would, if you had the ability to, drop everything right now, have the perfect amount of people, have the perfect crowd for it. What would be the game that you would want to play? Don't tell us.
Yeah.
We're going to ask you questions to figure out what it might be.
Is this also that I don't have to be in a truck at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning?
Correct. Absolutely.
Right?
You have the perfect time. You can make it not PAX week.
Yep.
You can totally do that.
By the way,
I write it down on a piece of paper.
Yeah, you can do that. And you might want to, I mean, you have probably good knowledge of the game, but you may want to have the BGG site for it open, because if we ask questions about, like, you know, when was it published or things like that, that might be helpful to have handy.
Yeah. To this day,
I got it. I wrote it down already.
To this day, Ted Alsbach, I think it was Ted, is the only one that actually blurted out the name of the game before we started the game. It was a very quick ENVIE game.
He was very excited. Wow. He had the ENVIE like he couldn't believe.
He couldn't even wait. So, all right. So the Gumbo Overlord is Verla. So I'm going to give her the chance to ask her first question.
Man, I just feel like asking if it's Netrunner.
Oh, wow. Right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
Oh, no.
It's not
Okay.
Netrunner.
Okay.
Actually, yes, it is. I'm just kidding. No, that's not.
That would.
What did you write down? Hold it up.
only if it's Netrunner.
I'm the werewolf.
I'm going to ask you a question. Is it competitive or cooperative? And I'm going to bet.
Oh, I thought it's yes or no questions.
No, that would be 20 questions, and that's a copyrighted game.
It can be like
this
that.
Is
it
totally
could be,
different.
It'd be either or sometimes, or it could be like, was it published? And we'll try to make it as yes, no as possible, as basic as possible.
Both.
It's both competitive and cooperative. Interesting. I would have bet it was competitive, but
competitive Steve, and cooperative. Okay.
So semi-co-op?
Semi-co-op. All right.
Or is Jay saying you can play it either cooperative or competitive?
That's a good question. There may be co-op, or there may be different modes of the game.
You might want to burn your question with that.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah, no, I'm going to ask something different, because if I think it is kind of a semi-co-op, I'm going to ask, is there something that's hidden roles?
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh, hidden roles.
Okay.
He says yes.
Okay.
Is it from well, no, Verla, go ahead.
We're taking turns, right?
Taking turns.
We're cycling through.
Is it an award-winning game?
I mean, I could look to see if it's won awards.
Yeah.
Luckily for us, the BGG usually has all the awards that they've won. So
it's all the way down at the wiki or something like that. Yes.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Is it from an Asian publisher? I just took a stab in the dark. I don't even know where that came from.
No.
It's not. Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. So to recap, Jack, we got a cooperative and competitive game with hidden roles. It's award-winning, but it's not from an Asian publisher.
It's not from an Asian publisher.
Steve?
Is it associated with some kind of intellectual property?
Yes.
Okay. Can I guess after a question?
Yeah, sure.
That's another question.
Management? Is it mind management?
No. I do like that game though.
Okay.
Is it based on a graphic novel or comic book?
You asked a lot of questions in one question.
I did. And you did not give an answer.
Yes.
Yes. I shouldn't have asked.
But I mean, you did say he asked IP, but then you asked.
He's narrowing down the IP, maybe.
Not really. It's like two things. That's okay. Verla, you have a question that got skipped.
That's true. BJ, jump in the line.
Does it have dice?
No.
No dice. Okay.
Am I saying your name correctly, Verla? I'm so sorry.
Verla. No, it's fine.
Verla. I'm so sorry. Verla.
Mm-hmm.
It's great to meet you, Verla.
You too.
That was your chance, Verla, to say Verla or Virila.
My name gets butchered so hard. I don't need to make it any worse.
Yeah, that's a tough one. We're going back to BJ for a second question.
Oh,
we
so it was you.
BJ who jumped out of turn. It's back to me.
You have asked 9 questions. So
we've asked 9 questions. We've gone once around. All right. Is it a game that would play in?
Is it a game? Yes.
In an hour. Is it a game that would play
1 hour
in
wonder?
Less than an hour?
That's 2 questions.
It's like a cheap way of saying short, long. I guess.
Long.
Yeah.
Long.
It's longer than an hour. Okay. So it would be expected to be longer than an hour. Okay.
Okay.
Verla.
Yeah.
Was it published in the last 5 years?
Oh, that was my question.
Good
that
question.
was my question.
Yes.
Okay. Published in the last 5 years, not from an Asian publisher. IP, graphic design / comic book. I was not smart enough to narrow that down. It is
No
yes
dice.
to over 60 minutes. No dice.
Award-winning.
Award-winning.
Hidden roles.
Oh, man. And published in the last 5 years.
Published in the last 5 years.
Let's see.
Designer,
would it be?
Maybe?
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Yeah, it's you, BJ.
Will it be available at PAX U?
Ooh.
I don't know.
It's a
Not
tough one.
sure. Not sure.
Don't count that one then. Take another shot, BJ.
No, too late. That's a question.
But there wasn't an answer.
Yeah,
it is. The answer was I don't know.
I think it's an answer.
The Overlord rules in Jay's favor.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. BJ's screwed.
All right, Steve.
Back to me.
I mean, I think that's also an answer. You know, it's like the gang, right? Like,
true.
Oh yeah, the gang will be it.
Yeah, you would know. Like if it was Rebel Princess or Sears Catalog, right?
Yeah.
You would have said yeah.
I love Rebel Princess. Such a good game.
I love it so much.
You're supposed to ask me about strategy for Rebel Princess.
No, we ran out of time.
That's true. We missed the chance on that one. So last 5 years, you said.
We'll leave you to discover.
Was it something that was crowdfunded?
That was my question.
Oh
no.
Not crowdfunded. Oh, that's a great one, Steve. I'll add that to the list.
All right. What am I going to ask instead? Is it currently out of print?
Ooh.
Hard to find.
To my knowledge, no.
Okay.
Does it have cards? Is card?
Of course.
It has to have cards. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and follow up on
15 questions.
Follow up on BJ's IP. Is the theme space related?
Yes.
All right. That's a great question, Steve. Not crowdfunded. It is.
No dice, cards.
Oh, I got it.
Go for it, BJ.
Only because I did.
No, it's Verla. It's Verla's turn.
Oh, okay. Take it, Verla.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
I think I know what it is.
You can just ask, is it the one BJ's thinking of?
Yes.
Verla wins.
I can't answer that question.
Verla wins.
Oh, goodness. Is it
I gotta look this up. Hold on.
a Ticket to Ride size box or smaller?
Ooh.
It is Ticket to Ride size box, roughly.
Smaller.
Smaller?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's smaller.
Oh, hopefully I don't have the wrong one. Is it my turn?
Go for it, BJ.
It's your turn, BJ.
Is it one of the Dune Imperium games?
No.
Oh no!
Man.
Card
I wouldn't have
based.
thought about that as like, graphic novel. I would have thought about that as like novel first.
Well,
Okay,
IP, but it does have.
I will say
comic books.
True.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Jay?
No, I don't. I thought I could help you, but what happens to the winner?
Sounds like you're going to win.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's going to be yours pretty soon.
Yeah, I think you're going to get it.
So
I get to have board game Gumbo. I'm going to cook all three of you.
Huh.
Man.
We're going to have to change the name to Board Game East because he won.
I'll tell you. Oh no, you just be board game hot pot.
Ah, I like that.
That'll work.
Crackpot would probably be closer.
I guess to go back to your question, Verla.
Board game shabu shabu instead.
Yes, if it's from the last 5 years, I will say that it was reprinted in the last 5 years. But it was originally printed more than 5 years ago.
More than 5 years ago. Are we at Steve or at me?
You are at 16, 17, 18 questions, so you have resets. So it's now
BJ guessed Dune Imperium. I think that was the last guess.
Yeah.
You said there were hidden roles. Is there hidden movement?
No.
Oh, I forgot about the hidden roles thing. There's no hidden roles in the Dune.
Does the game have miniatures?
No.
No minis. Okay.
That was number 20.
The original, no. The reprints, yes.
Okay. Well, everything reprinted these days has to have minis. That's the law.
Plastic looks good. Looks good on Instagram.
Jay's got
Plastic looks good on Instagram.
All right, we're out of guesses, so you just have to guess.
No, we have one more guess.
Oh, do we?
We have one more
Steve,
question.
What you got? One more question.
You can all discuss together and have your guess.
I think it's up to you, BJ.
No, I'm willing to take some advice. Do you have any thoughts on the last question?
Well, it's interesting that he says reprinted, but the reprint was not crowdfunded. So it sounds like it was probably something that was still owned by the original company rather than having to be re-put together.
What would Space is such
interesting. I would play this so differently than all of you.
Space should help. No dice, cards. Yes, he said, of course, cards.
Yeah, we never got to the question about
big. We got to be thinking about big time cards, perhaps.
And it's a long game.
Reprint has minis.
It's a long game.
Reprint, yes. Original, no.
It does have minis. So Twilight Imperium has always had minis, so it's not going to be that one.
That's what I was just going to ask you too, if you knew more about than me.
Oh, is it TI4s in the last 5 years?
Yeah, maybe a little more than that, huh?
I think it's a little more than that.
Yeah. Might be a little more than that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 2017. So just
TI4?
just outside of 5 years.
Really?
Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that. I would have said right around the pandemic.
Can we maybe try to find a mechanic that will help us with this?
That we missed.
Okay. I'll give you. I mean, you asked for all these mechanics, so.
Yeah. I know, but it hasn't helped us. I wonder if there's something like there's a key that's going to unlock this.
The first. According for BGG, do you want to know category or mechanism?
Ooh.
I'm fine with either one.
Okay, so number one category is bluffing.
It's technically on your question.
Number one category is bluffing. Number one mechanism is alliances.
Yeah, this one's up to you and Steve and BJ.
Steve, I'm drawing a blank, man.
Bluffing games are not my thing.
Shoot.
Oh, you have something?
Bluffing space. It's not Twilight Imperium, but what's the Are
there some Star Wars games that would fit that category? I don't know.
What's the one that's the alliances where you're having the different it's one Luke tries to get us to play all the time, but not
fascinating.
With alliances you're talking about?
Yeah. Oh, this is going to bother me. And when you say it, it's going to drive me nuts. But you'll have the win. You'll have a well-deserved win on this.
I do.
I think you got us, Jay.
Can I ask one more question?
Yeah. Sure, Verla.
Take the last one.
Is it in the top 50 on BGG?
Oh, it's on the top 50. Original is top 500. Reprint is top 200.
Okay.
Wow, man. Yeah, I was thinking
That doesn't
that.
help me. I mean, I guess it does. It rules
Oh,
out.
you're so close. You're so close. You're so close.
So there's
Not twice. It's not
Battlestar Galactica, of course, was the old one, and then it came out with the new Cthulhu one. But he said it was space, so the new Cthulhu one would throw that answer off.
So close. You're so close. I'm so proud of you, but you're so close. I thought you had it at first.
The reprint was
because it's not Dune Imperium, it's Dune.
Oh, the original Dune. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Reprinted in 2019 for the 40th anniversary. Originally came out in 1979
edition.
When you said
Gale Force
Dune
9 came out.
Imperium, I totally flaked on the rest of the.
I did, but
Dune.
here's what threw me off. I didn't remember that it had hidden roles, though. It did have hidden roles in the.
It does, because you have leaders, and when you enter a battle, you secretly choose.
Don't know who you're presenting in there in the fight.
I did not remember that part.
So that's interesting. I would have gone with like optimal player count. Are there expansions?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's two questions we almost never asked too.
Yeah. What's the optimal player count?
We should have been able to get that because we asked some good questions. We narrowed. We got to space. We got to IP. We got to.
Well, it's a very unique game. Like
Jay, we frequently lose this game though. We do frequently.
Absolutely.
Now
don't take this from me, BJ. Don't take this win from me.
To be fair, though, 2 weeks ago, we got it on the first round of questions.
Oh wow!
Yeah, remember it with Logan? We got it on the first round because Verla asked a question. Verla said, "Is it a beautiful game?"
On a scale of 1 to 10, how beautiful is it? Because we know he loves beautiful games.
And he said a 10, something like that.
10. I need a Castles of Burgundy special edition. He's like, yes.
I forgot what the game was.
I don't remember what it was, but you were the one who guessed it immediately. Wonderland's War, right.
Yeah, I like Dune is my second favorite game of all time. It's just, I think it's because it's such an old design, but it plays unlike any other game I've ever played before.
Yes.
And and I always said before 2019, because I made my own copy in 2012, and I said like this game can be reprinted today and people would still buy it. And when it got reprinted in 2019, people still bought it and people loved it.
So when I said Dune and then kept going, Jay was like, "Oh no!" But you know what's embarrassing, Jay, is that Steve and I met on the Dukes of Dice, and one of the hosts, his favorite all-time IP, I mean, above everything else, he even has a House Atreides. He has a House Atreides tattoo on his arm or his leg. Yeah, that's how much he loves that, and he loves the game, the original game Dune. They used to talk about it all the time.
What was the podcast that Lindsay and Aaron had when he went on to talk about Dune? Tell us why we should watch this.
Classic callback. Yeah.
He went on as the Dune expert.
I think this is something like I think the bigger your collection gets, I think the more you realize that you collect stories as much as you collect games, if not more so.
It's so true.
And when you look at your shelf, you don't think of those games. You think of all those memories that you have playing those games.
Yeah,
for sure.
And Dune just creates memories. It creates these big epic battles and big epic moments that you just carry with you all the time. And it's like I have all these fond memories of that game and all these moments where I lied or I was lied to, I was betrayed, where I won, and where I had plans within plans and I carefully orchestrated the win. Brilliant and fantastic. Yeah.
Well, that's the ENVIE Game presented by our friends at Game Toppers LLC. Don't forget, make your game nights a showstopper when you play on a Game Topper. Jay, that was an epic ENVIE Game.
Well played.
You gave us good hints. We probably should have gotten it. So
I should have said Sting. Sting should have been my hint.
You got it
because he was. Yeah. They had a cover with a budget Sting on.
With a budget fade.
Where are you on the two movies? Which do you prefer? Do you prefer the Sting movie or do you prefer the recent?
Oh no, obviously the new one by far.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's different things.
Movie I've told you this, BJ. Only movie I've ever walked out of and demanded my money back for.
Was the original one, Dune. Not the new one, the original one. Yeah.
Original Dune.
I saw.
I think it's just I think that when you're a fan of Dune, for as long as I have, and you see all the different versions of Dune, like you realize that each part has each version of it focuses on a different part of the book, and you get to appreciate the movie for that part.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are things that I love about the new soon to be trilogy, but there are things that it didn't cover as well as much as I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't. I still didn't feel it was as epic as the original from '84. It didn't have that big epic feel. But I mean, seeing Sardaukar look into this dark cloud and see this giant sandworm appear, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the sandworms just didn't look as cool, I think, as they did in the '80s version. I think those worms just looked a lot cooler. I don't. There's having that flat base just looked weird to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
I did